From the CBS Bay Area studios, this is KPIX 5 News.
We were nervous he would come back to the neighborhood.
And we're finding out more about a man who was in a standoff with police for more than 7 hours. It's 6 a.m. this Sunday morning. Good morning, I'm Melissa Caen.
And I'm Devin Fehely. A suspect is dead after a 7-hour armed standoff that forced evacuations in a Marin County neighborhood. Central Marin police went to a home in San Anselmo yesterday morning after reports that shots had been fired inside. A woman escaped that home on Grove Hill Avenue South. She wasn't injured. Then police used loudspeakers trying to communicate with the gunman. But a sheriff's department drone later located a body inside of that home. Investigators believe that the gunman shot himself. Some neighbors say the suspect had served in the military and had some issues.
The man who committed this act was a veteran with severe PTSD, and I don't think he was properly cared for or taken care of.
The name of the suspect has not been released yet. As many as 18 homes were evacuated at one point.
And now on to our storm watch. Scattered showers across the Bay Area this weekend. The North Bay seeing more rain than Santa Clara and the Central Valley today. Skydrone 5 over Guerneville yesterday got a view of the damage left by days of major flooding. Receding waters reveal the devastation and ruin along the Russian River.
I've got all kinds of stuff under my house in the storage area there that's completely ruined, and everything just has like a couple inches of mud on it.
Well, the city has set up a debris drop-off station in the Guerneville Park and Ride lot, and people showed up with things like household items and yard waste, all soaked and covered in mud. A community meeting will be held this afternoon at El Molino High School in Forestville, where residents will be briefed on the cleanup and recovery process. Also today, a local assistance center will open in downtown Guerneville, providing one-stop location for government, nonprofit, and private resources. Now, that'll be located in the former Bank of America building on Main Street.
An Amazon Prime delivery truck flipped on its side after it collided with a fire truck in San Lorenzo. It was in Channel Street and Via Lucas, just west of Hayward yesterday. We're told the Amazon driver ran a stop sign. It's unclear if the fire crew was on their way to an emergency call at the time. Now, the good news is that no one was injured. In a few short hours, teachers are set to vote on whether or not to end their strike against the Oakland Unified School District.
Yeah, and as of this morning, the outcome is still unclear. Now, a tentative agreement with the school district gives teachers an 11% pay raise over 4 years and a one-time 3% bonus. But union members disagree about whether that is a good deal. Some complain that it doesn't stop school closures or boost school support services. Others say the raises themselves are insufficient.
11% over 4 years does not keep pace with inflation, and we're currently the lowest paid teachers of any major city in California.
Everyone expected all their problems to be solved in this one contract when we're trying to fix decades of mismanagement.
While those who favor the agreement say that rejecting it would alienate students and parents who've been dealing with the impact of the strike. Now, the vote is this afternoon at the Paramount Theater.
A teenager continues to recover from a car crash that killed his 3 siblings. 17-year-old Aaron Villarreal is the only survivor from a minivan that ran into a parked truck on the shoulder of Interstate 80 in Emeryville Thursday morning. He and his brother and 2 sisters were apparently on their way to a hospital in San Francisco to visit their father, who is critically ill with cancer. Aaron plays soccer for the Mission High School in San Francisco. His team dedicated a game to him, displayed his jersey number, and won the match.
He's hurting right now, but he's definitely here with us since Thursday. We've been thinking about him, and on Thursday, going out to the game, you could tell everyone was feeling what he was feeling, but he's definitely here with us right now, and everyone was fighting for him.
Investigators are still looking into the crash. They say speed and a rain-slick freeway may have been factors.
And right now, a search is underway in Humboldt County for 2 young sisters who wandered away from their home. Leah and Caroline Carrico, ages 8 and 5, were last seen at around 2:30 on Friday afternoon outside their home in the town of Benbow. The older girl has a large freckle on her left cheek. Her sister has blonde hair with bright purple streaks. And anyone with information about the girls should contact the Humboldt County Sheriff's Department or call the public tip line at 707-441-5000.
Mountain View police have made an arrest in a violent attack on Stevens Creek Trail. The suspect is a 29-year-old French national named Michael Adonis. Police say he was fighting with his roommate when they were called to their home on Santa Clara Avenue Friday night. That's not far from the trail where a woman was attacked on Monday. She told police that she was walking near Creekside Park when a man approached her and pushed her into the bushes. She says she bit his hands repeatedly as he punched her in the face. Now, eventually, two people walking nearby were able to chase him off. Police say Adonis had bite marks on his hands. He is facing a slew of felony charges, including attempted murder, assault with a deadly weapon, robbery, and kidnapping. And there is outrage in the state capitol this weekend. The Sacramento County District Attorney announced that the two police officers who shot and killed Stephan Clark will not face criminal charges. Clark was killed last March in his grandmother's backyard after officers mistakenly thought he had a gun. The district attorney spent more than an hour detailing the event before announcing his conclusion that the officers were justified in using deadly force.
Was a crime committed? There's no question that a human being died. But when we look at the facts and the law, and we follow our ethical responsibilities, the answer to that question is no.
Reaction to the DA's announcement came quickly. Several dozen protesters gathered outside the police department headquarters yesterday. They held banners for Black Lives Matter, but the demonstration largely remained peaceful. Clark's family was also disappointed by the DA's decision.
Everybody made mistakes. Everybody was human. Everybody partied. Everybody messed up, but 22 does not determine who you are and who you will become. And that being said, he never has that chance. He's buried in the ground.
My boys, Aiden and Cairo, have to grow up without their father. And I have to continue on as a single parent without Stephan.
Senator Kamala Harris posted on Twitter, Stephan Clark should still be alive. Today's news is a tragic and all too painful reminder that our criminal justice system is deeply flawed and lacks accountability. Our fight for justice continues.
And librarians in Marin County are getting training to be lifesavers. Managers from about 10 branches of the Marin County Free Library were recently trained to administer naloxone nasal spray, also known as Narcan. It's used to prevent opioid overdoses. Officials say that ambulance crews in Marin respond to 3 to 5 opioid overdoses every week.
3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition, liftoff.
That Falcon 9 rocket lit up the sky off the east coast of Florida's Cape Canaveral. Spectators got to see the 215-foot Crew Dragon take off early yesterday morning at the Kennedy Space Center. It's all part of a plan engineered by SpaceX, Boeing, and NASA to send passengers into orbit. Now, no humans were on board this time, but the stubby capsule is carrying about 400 pounds of supplies to the International Space Station, and it's got a test dummy inside.
Trader Joe's is getting more eco-friendly. The grocery store chain is taking steps to eliminate more plastic and packaging waste. It's selling more of its produce as loose items instead of bagged in plastic, using compostable materials to replace plastic sleeves on things like greeting cards, and eliminating plastic wrappers for flower bouquets, replacing them with renewable materials. The company says in a flyer, as we fulfill these steps in 2019, on an annual basis, we are eliminating more than 1 million pounds of plastic from our stores. Well, get your beads and your beignets.
That's right. It's party time in Louisiana. Carnival, the 2-week celebration that culminates on Tuesday with Mardi Gras, is in full swing. Now, this was a scene in New Orleans yesterday. These parades are set to continue until this Fat Tuesday.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us.